All right, so let's talk about if these are true or false. So go ahead, take a minute, look at them super quick, and determine if it is true or false. All right. Number 1 is true. 5 is less than 12. So number 1 is true. Number 2 is 5 less than negative 12. That is false. Number 3 is 5 greater than or equal to 12. No, so that's false. Number 4, 5 is not less than or equal to negative 12. Number 5, 5 is, however, less than or equal to, because 5 equals 5. And then number 6, it's true regardless of the direction. Okay, and the second part of the warm-up is solving. You had to solve on your most recent quiz, which we're going to get back today because everyone's taken it and I've put them in Skyward. So in order to solve, you're going to get the variables on one side. So 3x minus 2x is x, plus 3 equals negative 3. Subtracting 3 from both sides, we get x equals negative 6. And number 8, we have 5x equals 9x, distributing in that, minus 72 plus 12. Subtract 9x from both sides. 5 minus 9 is negative 4x. I don't know why it's like not writing. Equals negative 72 plus 12, which is negative 60. Divide both sides by negative 4, and x is equal to positive 15. Okay? All right. So today we're talking about the same properties we talked about in section 3 that we're talking about now in section 5, except for now they have to deal with inequalities. So now we're talking about, that's a good question. Maybe it's on the next slide, no? Hold on. Hey, why'd you, why would I? Yeah, I got some good kids in this. I know, and my windows are open. For 3? Probably. There's lots of room. So throw one in the corner, throw one up front. She said brothers by each other, so. All right, there you guys go. All right, so this answers your question, Avery. When do we have open versus closed? If it's greater than, then it's going to be open. If it's greater than or equal to, then it's closed. And the idea is that if it's equal to it, it includes it, therefore it's closed. So you're saying, oh, I'm going to close that point because I can actually utilize that point. Again, you do not have to write down all of those words into absolutely anything. If he throws something at you because you're annoying him, I'm not going to yell. All right. Everybody okay? We got our definitions down for the difference. Just don't hit Emily or Alicia. All right. Now I gotta get back. All right, transitive property if A is less than or equal to B, then B is less than or equal to C. Then A is less than or equal to C. If A is less than or equal to B, and A plus C is less than or equal to B plus C. And then if you subtract, it's the same. And if you multiply and divide, this is where the trickiness comes into play. So what we need to remember is if we multiply or divide by a negative, the inequality changes direction. If you multiply or divide by a negative, then the inequality changes direction. So if you multiply or divide by a negative, then the inequality changes direction. kids sit there all day. How are you the only one who makes that squeak? I'm going to swap it with the center desk because no one sits there ever. All right, are we good? So you don't have to do these though, right? We just go straight to word problems. Or do we do these? All right, write an inequality for each expression. X is at most 25. So if you go back to this area here, at most tells you that it is going to get close and be less than or equal to that number. So X is at most. So X is less than or equal to 25. But again, it can be 25. X is not equal to 25. So now it means X can be any number in the world except 25. X is greater than 25. So it's not equal to. X is less than 25. So again, not equal to. Let's solve and graph. So we have negative 2x is less than 3x minus 5. We're going to distribute the 3. Subtract 3x from both sides. Negative 5x is less than negative 15. Divide both sides by negative 5. When you divide by a negative, your inequality changes direction. And we get x is greater than 3. So on my number line, I want to make sure I have numbers to the right and left of 3. At 3, I'm going to have an open circle. The x values are greater, so I'm going to shade to the right, which is the values above 3. So open circle at 3 and shade to the right. Number 2. We're going to distribute the 2. So 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 2 plus 22. And then you're going to combine like terms. I'm going to move the 24 to be with the 12. Now, when I divide by 6, the 6, or the number I'm dividing by, is positive. The inequality does not change direction because the inequality value I'm dividing by is positive. So even though it's dividing a negative, the inequality stays the same. And I get negative 2 is greater than or equal to n. that is the same as saying n is less than or equal to -2. These are the same. So I want to make sure I have -2 on my number line. Now at -2, it's a closed circle because it's equal to, and it's less than -2, so I shade to the left. So what that means is you can pick anywhere on that shaded number line for a choice for n, and it would be true. So I could pick n equals -5, and it would make that equation true. I could pick n equals -3, and it would make the equation 2. I cannot pick n equals 0. If I pick n equals 0, the equation would be false. Okay, number 3, we're going to distribute the 7 and then solve for x. In doing so, my x's disappear, and I get 0 is greater than or equal to 14. Is 0 greater than or equal to 14? No. So this is a case of no solution. There are no values of x that will ever make that true. There are no values of x that will ever make that true. Distributing our 2 in the next one, solving for x. Now I get 0 is less than 5. Is 0 less than 5? Yes. So since that is true, what that means is that every number in the entire real number universe will make that true. So instead of no solutions, this is infinite solutions. X can be any real number. The solutions are -infinity to infinity. Yes. Not really. It's a little different because you're talking about the solution. You're talking about like a set of solutions again. So it's like the interval notation where that means like, oh, I wouldn't. All right. And then we can also apply inequalities to word problems. So a real estate agent earns a salary per month. So a monthly salary is the amount of money she makes every month no matter what, plus a sales percentage. So that's her commission. Find the sales if the salesperson is to have a monthly income of at least $5,000. So we know that she needs to make $5,000 at a minimum. So that means that the money she is making needs to be greater than or equal to $5,000. We know she makes $2,000 in salary plus 4% in sales. So 4% as a decimal is 0.04 because you divide it by 100. We'll use the variable S for sales. And the question is, how much does she need to sell? So we're going to solve for S. So we're going to subtract 2,000 from both sides. Divide by 0.04. And she must sell at least $75,000 worth of real estate to make her monthly income. Let's do one more. Actually, maybe I did. Do you have another word problem on your page? Yeah, because I switched to the when I was missing the other stuff. There we go. A salesperson earns a salary of $700 per month. That's yours. I don't know word problems. Oh well, put an X on it then and you can start your homework.